What's up YouTube, it's Jay from CB Outdoors. Just a quick unboxing of a new watch that I've got for fitness, outdoor activities and a few other bits and pieces really. It's the Suunto Ambit HR, Suunto Ambit 2. Comes with a heart rate monitor and also the heart rate strap from Suunto. These retail about £450, something like that. You can pick them up in the UK. They actually do a few different models. They do the Suunto Ambit 2, they do the 2S, and they've just released the Ambit 2R, which is obviously just specifically designed for actual runners. The Ambit 2 is more of an explorer, all-in-one really. The 2S is a little bit different visually, weighs a little bit less, but you don't get the temperature, their biometric pressure and bits and pieces like that. This is the second watch that I own from Suunto. Obviously if you're outdoorsy people, they'll be very familiar who Suunto are, but they make outdoor watches for obviously climbers, explorers, and they do quite a bit of diving stuff as well. Here's a quick close up of the box. The other Suunto that I actually own is the Core, which is their go-to ABC watch, which is altimeter, barometer and obviously compass. I've had this for quite some time. It's quite an old one, but they're pretty bulletproof, to be quite honest. They scratch a little bit on the face, and this one's a little bit war weathered, but yeah, they're really bulletproof. I've had this for about 4 years now, 3 years, something like that, and all I have to do is change the battery and that's it. But let's get into the good stuff and let's start unboxing this. Like I said, Suunto Ambit 2 HR pack with the heart rate monitor included. Comes in a nice little presentation sleeve, which has obviously got all your general information about the watch, everything that's obviously all in the actual box, which is the heart rate belt, the instructions. You get a little USB clip which you connect it to the Moves Link software from Suunto, which is what I've seen of it. It is shit hot. If you need something to obviously itemise your running, your heart rate, your recovery times, the temperature, the altitude, it restores everything in the watch, and obviously when you connect it to the computer, it uploads to the Suunto website, and obviously you can analyse calories burnt and obviously your recovery time down to the very finest minute bits of data. So if you're an anal runner that likes to know obviously what his quarters are and what your heart rate's doing at a certain period, what your speed is, what your average speed, then this probably is the go-to watch for you. Obviously, like I said, they've just brought out the R model, so that's more designed to the runners in mind. This one's more of an explorer watch, with the GPS capability as well. But yeah, there's the back of the sleeve. Obviously you get what you're in the box, a few bits and pieces from Suunto, Suunto made in Finland, a few little bits about obviously the battery life, 16 to 20 hours, 100 meters, and obviously 89 grams total weight. A few bits at the top there. Oh, that's it. Don't want to see that though, do you? Nice little box, Suunto branded. Pops open and there's the beauty itself. Total black strap. The Ambit 1, it's a change from the Ambit 1. It's got a slightly different actual bezel. One of the criticisms with the Ambit 1 was obviously the bezel did scratch pretty badly. Obviously this is quite new anyway. I've had it on for about 3 or 4 times, but people were complaining with the Ambit 2, even having it obviously underneath your sleeve of your jacket and things like that, it would start to rub the coating off. But they seem to have changed to an all aluminium bezel. Obviously it is still black and it is still coated, so obviously if you do scratch it you're going to notice. But yeah, by the looks of it and what I've read, the new Ambit bezels are a lot better than the old Ambit ones. They don't scratch as much and they don't look as tatty. A bit like my core there. Obviously my core is quite scratched up and tatty, obviously where the bezels started to wear away on the outside. but at the end of the day, it's an outdoors watch, so it's meant to look rugged, it's meant to look beaten up. But yeah, that's it. Let's pull the watch out and set that aside for a second, and I'll show you obviously the contents of the actual box itself. Right, your contents in the box. Obviously you come in packaging. I've opened it obviously just to check it. The first thing is your USB connector, so obviously you can connect it to the MoveLink software. There's a few little gold pins on there. What it does, it basically clips onto the actual back of the watch like this. On the back of the watch you obviously got your little pins which it connects to. Then obviously you take your crocodile clip, you put it on there, obviously the pins meet the pins, it clips on, clips in, then that's it basically. It's all connected up around the back there, and obviously connect it to the computer, it does what it needs to do. Then you've got your obligatory heart rate monitor strap. This one's I don't know what it's actually made of, but it's really comfortable, very comfortable. I had a Polar heart rate monitor before, an Amp Plus monitor, and it did tend to dig into you on the ends and things like that, and after a little while it did start to deteriorate with sweat. I've used this I think twice, 3 times, something like that now, and it ain't doing too bad. It's pretty comfortable over an hour run. I'm no fitness freak, I must admit, so I don't run for hours and hours and hours, but a little gym session for an hour and a half, something like that, it's very comfortable. You just forget it's there most of the time once you've got it adjusted. There's your standard, obviously, and heart rate monitor, which obviously connects to the heart rate strap. One little battery in the back, which obviously clips up there. To assemble the heart rate monitor, you have the obviously little strap links there. What you do is you slide them in, and they click into place basically, and that's it. Likewise for the other side, you've got the little strap, pushes in, clips in, and there's your heart rate monitor. And that's it. If you need to take it apart, you just push on the clip, push on the clip the other side, and obviously just take it all apart, and that's it. I don't know quite how long the batteries actually last on these, but to be quite honest, obviously I ain't going to pull a great deal of power, so I expect it to last quite some time. But it takes I think it's a C123 or something like that, or let's have a look, see if it says it on the back here. No, it don't. But it's basically a big watch battery. Pretty easily readily available in your supermarkets and things like that. So it's nothing proprietary to the actual heart rate monitor or Suunto. So they're really easy to change, and obviously really easy to get as well. Obviously your international manuals and bits and pieces, and your warranty, standard for any watch now. Nothing too amazing. And that's about it really. Get into the watch a little tiny bit. I don't know a great deal obviously about the settings and things like that at this moment, but like I said, it is a GPS, altimeter, barometer and compass. So obviously it has got storm alarm on it, it has got a shit ton of features regarding obviously running, trail running, which are all customizable via the MoveLink website, and obviously the actual software itself, you can specify what you want on one screen and what you want on the other screen. That's the barometer, and obviously altitude, atmospheric pressure. There's your standard compass. It is a 3D compass as well, so obviously it works on the 3D plane, obviously using the GPS. And I think they've got a like an Alti fix, which works on the GPS altitude, and obviously the altitude the actual watch is reading as well. So obviously give you a more accurate, quick altitude fix. I'm not too sure how to use it at the moment. Like I said, I've only used it a little bit for training, and obviously a little bit for outdoors activity like storing waypoints, and obviously using it a bit for the waypoints. But I might even start using it for geocaching as well. Obviously out and about in Kent, there is quite a few geocaches, and this will be good for obviously geocaching as well. If you want to get into the main menus, there we go. Exercise. We've got running, cycling, indoor swimming, outdoor, other sports, which obviously you can specify yourself, indoor training, which is obviously gym, trekking, trail running, and obviously you're back to your running and cycling. Obviously all these different modes have got different views as well, that are obviously unique to the running app and the cycling app. But obviously, like I said, you can change this using the Moves Link software, and obviously specify what you want on what screen, if you want calories, if you want maximum heart rate, if you want average heart rate, distance on one screen. Obviously you can change all that on the actual screen itself. But like I said, it has got a navigation function as well. I'm not too sure how to set the navigation function at the moment, but what I'll do is obviously I'll learn a bit more about the watch, and I'll do a full review with a field test as well, with obviously footage of the actual watch working in the field, and obviously showing waypoints and bits and pieces, and actually navigating to waypoints. As far as I know, I think the navigation to waypoints is obviously just a lame navigation, where obviously you can it just basically points you straight as the crow flies. So obviously but you might be able to obviously set different waypoints so it goes to obviously different places, so you can navigate around things. As far as I know, it's only 99 waypoints for this as well, but obviously I'll read a bit more about it, and obviously let you know in the more full in-depth review. Like I said, this is just a short taster of what the watch is, what you get in the box, and roughly what they look like. Probably a lot of use. These have been out for a little while anyway. Like I said, the new watch they brought out is the ARM model of the Ambit 2. So you've probably seen them about, but this is just my general first look overview. So I thought we'd show you. It's pretty new to me. But yeah, that's it, YouTube. If you like what we do, obviously subscribe. If you've got any comments, obviously hit me up in the comments box, and I'll get back to you straight away. But yeah, like, subscribe, and comment. It helps us out no end. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Later on.